Welcome to RELICS Radio, your favorite weekly podcast dedicated to the metal detecting and treasure hunting community. Here are your hosts, Ken from Adventures in Dirt and Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome. Another Wednesday night. RELICS Radio podcast tonight. Appreciate you guys all coming by. I know this is a little bit different. I'm starting the show, but, we're going to have Ken on here pretty soon. He had to roll in a little bit late from work. So we're going to start it off this week tonight. But thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of RELICS Radio. And if you're joining us for the first time, whether you're live or on the replay here, let me tell you a little bit about RELICS Radio. Weekly podcast. We talk about metal detecting, treasure hunting, machines, topics of the metal detecting, treasure hunting community. We even have guests that come on. We interview the guests, talk about some incredible stuff. And I'd love for you guys to be able to join us live every Wednesday. If you do join us live, and I encourage you guys to do that, please come over, join in the live chat it up, submit some questions over here for our guests, and just have a really good time. We love having everybody here. So let's jump right over to getting my co-host. And this week, the co-hostess with the mostess. We're going to bring on Ken. Let's bring him on. Everybody knows Ken Flicks.
Jeez, what do I do? Oh, so wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I'm good.
You good? You good? Man, you were running in there like your hair was on fire.
I'm good. Got the hat. Got the hat.
Yeah, you like that, huh? Ken Flicks. Ken Flicks. Everybody write Ken Flicks in the chat.
Figure I can't beat him. May as well join him.
That's right. Right. So
how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Good. Ready for another, I've been looking forward to our guest this week for a long time. We've been talking about getting her on, and we've been chatting offline and stuff this week with her. And gosh, I'm ready to talk about some exciting stuff that Stephanie's going to bring on and share with us. So, how are you doing? You doing a busy Wednesday? Yeah.
Yeah. Busy week, man. Busy week's been some heavy duty stuff happening, kind of top end, high end stuff. And it was like, got to talk to certain people, and they only have a certain time at certain times. So this is one of the first times. I think it's the latest I've ever been.
Yeah.
To one of our podcasts. But so I apologize.
I'm glad you made it. You made it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
So
hey, we got out, man. We got out.
I was going to say, when's the last time you got up metal detecting, enjoying this beautiful weather?
Saturday we had an amazing day. Saturday we had just an incredible day of metal detecting. Where'd we go? I'll let you tell people.
Well, we went actually back to, if you guys are just joining us and you may not follow us on social media and everything on the podcast, Ken and I actually were lucky enough to be included on an episode of Expedition Unknown that debuted a couple weeks ago, and we did the filming of that back in October out here in Colorado. Ken and I both live out here in Colorado, and we did some metal detecting in Colorado with Josh Gates and the Expedition Unknown crew. So after the episode came out on Discovery Channel, we reached back out to the landowners and said, you know what, it's been, what has it been, 9 months, 10 months since we've seen you guys. We'd love to come back out and detect with you again. And they were like, absolutely. How about we do some barbecue and some beer and some just some good friendly type stuff. And so that's what we got to go do on Saturday.
Yeah, it was great. Amazing people, know all about their property and the historic nature of their property. Great historic house. It's on the historic registry. And man, just open arms, and we're going to cook for you. I mean, that's the most I've eaten on a dig.
Right.
A day of dig, and I think ever in the history of me digging.
Well, it wasn't what I was really humbled by was it wasn't even just feeding us. They're like, no. You guys come inside our home, have a seat at our table. Let's break bread. Let's talk about each other's lives away from metal detecting, even though we talked a lot about metal detecting, because that's what you and I talk about all the time. but it was like it was incredible. And we rarely eat we never eat a sit down meal, but it's rare that we even have more than a protein bar and a Gatorade or something for lunch, if anything.
Yeah.
So,
and the fact that they were so excited about what we were finding, like Paul was
gosh.
following us around and he was like collecting everything we got, and then he'd go research it for us.
Yeah,
so we had our own research
amazing.
Buddy with us, and he'd come back and look, this said it's special if it has the crown on it. Look, it's got the crown stamp right there, and he'd be all excited. That was really cool, man.
It was incredible. And I just wanted to mention I did put together a video from that hunt, so that's coming out on Saturday morning. Cool. So if you guys are following on 5280 Adventures, check in with that. It's fun. It was actually a really good hunt. And if you guys were entertained by Expedition Unknown, I'm going to let you in on a little tidbit. We found more this hunt than we did with Josh Gates. So it's going to be a great video. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And we had a fantastic time. I definitely believe we'll be up there again.
Yeah.
And again.
Still not hunted out.
A lot of history, all the way back to 1870s. So
a lot more land to discover there too. And neighbors.
Absolutely.
Wink, wink.
I know some really good neighbors to meet. Paul's already talking about that. So
that's great.
Let's check in real quick with the chat. And I want to bring on our guest here pretty quickly. So let's see. First in the chat tonight, Teresa, the treasure hunter.
Right. It's Teresa.
Yeah. We had dinner with her a couple weeks ago.
We did. Glad
to catch up with her.
And probably got some rest. That's awesome.
That's good. Mr. Bill Hayes.
Oh, Bill.
How about Brush Popper?
Craig Thompson.
Hey, there's Detect SD from South Dakota.
Jason, good to see you.
Yeah. Tim Ildigger. Hey, y'all, Dirty Money lovers. There it is. Want to say cheers to 5 Mile Relic Hunter.
Cheers. Good to see you.
And double cheers to the birthday boy.
Oh, thanks.
Right here. Right here, this guy.
It's good to be 30 again.
Finally hit 30. Yeah, good. Nice.
Good, man.
Let's see.
Good to see you, buddy. Brush.
Hey,
Hopper.
Marvin just checked in.
So Marvin, good to see you. Welcome everybody. Well, let's get to our guests, man. We got
we got some stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do.
And welcome to the show, Stephanie Inskeep. Welcome to RELICS Radio.
Done.
What's up? I'm in my vehicle, so if you're wondering why it's so dark, it's because I have tinted windows, and I'm not really in my bedroom.
We got to travel incognito these days, man. People are recognizing you all over the place.
I know.
Your national TV appearances to videos.
I know. I watched your guys' episode. That was a good episode. It's definitely interesting to film with Discovery and see how things are done, because like you guys found more, I'm sure, than what was actually aired on TV. Same with us, they pick and choose what they want to air on TV. And some stuff that might be good to us, we're thinking, why wouldn't you want to put that on TV? Like, I found an arrowhead that was older than anything else on the episode, but they didn't seem like they cared about it. So I don't know, but it was fun. It was a fun time.
Now, you were just recently on. We're on the same season. Have you been on before, Stephanie? Have you been on before?
No.
Okay. So you're on this season 15. You're in episode 5, right?
5.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like maybe a week or two after your guys's.
Yeah. It's
Something
called The
like
Treasure,
that.
the Pirate Queen.
Yeah.
Who was the pirate?
It's a great story.
Anne Bonny.
So tell us just a little bit about Anne Bonny.
Oh gosh, you're gonna ask me to.
All you got to do is say she was the pirate queen.
Well, yeah, she was the pirate queen. Basically, she was one of the first female pirates, and Discovery and all the TV channels want you to believe that she hid some treasure somewhere. Like every pirate hides treasure, but in reality, no one's ever found a pirate's treasure cache. You ever think about that? But on TV, they make you believe that these pirates are hiding these caches of treasure. And needless to say, we didn't find the cache of treasure, but we found a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
The property that I was on, though, there was a couple different properties that they filmed. I was only on one. That property was very rich in history and had a ton of different sites on it. And supposedly, well, it had been hunted for years. And my dentist, I think, is one of the people that hunted it 20 years ago. And I believe he found a couple gold coins there on that property.
Oh, wow.
So who knows what was there? We got there a few years too late, but it was so fun.
You guys still found stuff though, right?
Yeah, we found a few things.
There was a lot.
What did make the show?
Oh gosh, I mean, I found an arrowhead. I found a V nickel, just buckles and other. Well, I'll tell you a secret. The lock that Josh dug, I actually dug. There was a few locks.
That was an awesome lock.
Yeah, there was a few locks
on that.
dug and some buckles and just stuff like that. Nothing mind blowing, but they spend a lot of time telling the story with their actors and stuff. So I get they can only air so much. But it was so fun. It was a fun time.
Was it a little nerve-wracking in thinking that you didn't even know if you made the cut? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it was. And the other thing is, like, with us, there was no practicing. Like, just Josh shows up and he's like, he'll come up to me and start talking to me. And it's like, he's like, all right, let's do that again one-on-one. And there was a guy in our group that I guess he wanted to be on film because he kept cutting me off and standing in front of me. And Josh wanted to do this one-on-one thing. And he wasn't getting it, but I wasn't going to sit there and argue with him. So that conversation kind of got cut short, but that's kind of what you see if you watch the episode. I was on there for a little bit, and that's part of the conversation we had at the beginning. So yeah, it was fun.
It was good. We watched your episode. It was really cool. One, I'd never heard of Anne Bonny, so it was kind of cool learning a little bit about her, but you could tell they really spiced it up a lot.
I mean?
Like, I'd like to go read a book now about her, of like a reputable book or something, because she seemed like an interesting character. But
I'm doing research for Sunday. I have a trivia podcast coming up on Sundays. Are You Smarter Than a Relic Hunter? I was actually doing research, and I don't know if they're listening to me or monitoring what I'm watching. I had more Anne Bonny stuff come up on AI, like in the form of questions about treasure hunting and pirate beauty and all this other kind of stuff. I'd never had that before, so I just thought that was really interesting. Here's
all your devices,
and
check that out. It's a good picture.
So the funny thing is why I'm wearing that bandana. I actually went and got my hair did before the show. I got highlights on it, and I was all excited. I thought maybe I'll wear my hair down. The lady ruined my hair.
Are you kidding?
It was so bad. It was like orange. Oh my gosh, it was so bad, and there was no time to fix it. So I'm like, you know what? No. I'm not gonna wear my hair down. Like, I never wear my hair down digging anyway. So I was just like, I'm just gonna wear a bandana. That's what I always wear anyway. So.
Oh, did she feel terrible? Because you must have said, "Look, I'm going to be on TV here. I'm trying to get my hair done."
I did. I amped up. I'm like, and this lady, she's kind of an airhead. Like, she gets lost when she's doing my hair. Like, she'll be watching TV and stuff. And I'm man, make sure you get it close to the roots. And then, like, the highlights, I know you're guys, but the highlights, like, we're starting way back here. And I'm just like, this is a disaster.
Oh, my gosh.
That's all right. I ended up just doing what I normally do, Yeah.
No, it came off great.
People see me with my hair down like this digging, it would have been weird,
Yeah. Right. Who is that? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought it came off good though. I mean, and you had a good time with the crew and everything. Like we had. I know there was a lot of you guys. There was a lot of you guys in your crew.
Yeah. There was a lot of us. Yeah, and actually, all the producers wanted to go. They were fascinated by megalodon teeth, and so that's another thing I do is I dig for megalodon teeth, and it's not like I always have a site, but it just so happened that my boyfriend found a site to go digging for teeth, and one of the producers, he was like, please, 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 can you take me? He was there on vacation. He stayed a few days, and his mom's house is right here in the same town. The producer's mom's house is in the same town as we live in. And so it just worked out. We ended up taking him out, and he found some teeth, and he was so excited.
Oh,
Him
that's
and
so
his
cool.
brother.
That
Yeah.
is so cool, man.
And then like
Awesome.
the drone guy and some other guy, they wanted some teeth. So I ended up mailing them some teeth.
Nice.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found that the crew was so down to earth and so relatable.
Oh, yeah.
Just they were just awesome people to hang out with and just kind of get to know and everything. They were just great people.
Right.
I would have done the same thing though too, you know, Stephanie, if I would have been like, wait, you can find some megalodon teeth or some other ancient teeth. Like, yeah, oh yeah, let's go out. You know what I mean? That'd be
and it was crazy because we hadn't had a spot to dig for teeth. Because we dig in retention ponds. That's the best place to go. And they gotta be sometimes the fossil layer is 15 feet deep, sometimes it's 30 feet deep, and sometimes they don't hit the fossil layer. So it's really rare to find a good spot. And it just so happened that he found the spot, and I was like, oh, thank goodness we can take him out. And just worked out.
That's so cool.
Like I know exactly absolutely nothing about, you know, I know a little bit about information about hunting for Native American, but nothing like fossil, you know.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was such a thing. I lived in Michigan my whole life, and I was watching Shark Week, and I seen a thing on there about digging for megalodon shark's teeth, and I'm like, no way. And my ex and I had a vacation house in Florida, and so the next time we went down there, I went on a tour with this guy Mark Renz, and I found a little worn down, it was a piece of junk megalodon tooth, but I was stoked. I was so excited. I was hooked. I made my own screen, and then from there on out, I went every day down there, weeks at a time, and I was hooked. My husband at that time, he's like, man, you're crazy. You love this stuff. And I did. I loved it, man. I went all the time, as much as I could anyways. And then I'd fly back to Michigan, and in Michigan, there's no fossils like that. So I'd just be sitting there like, oh, I just want to dig. And then, long story short, ended up getting divorced. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to start over, I'm going to go to South Carolina because there's great shark's teeth there and just a ton of history. And so that's why I moved here. I moved here to dig for shark's teeth. And I met my boyfriend digging shark's teeth. And rest is history.
You know what they say? Those that dig teeth together are a little crazy.
Yeah, we're definitely a little crazy. Maybe a lot.
Are you scuba diving for shark's teeth? Is that how you're getting them?
We do. Well, we do scuba dive too. The place that we normally go, the river level is way too high. Because when the river gets too high, the current in the river gets too strong. And like on a normal day, I wear about 40 pounds of weight to stay at the bottom. And when the level gets too high, you can't put on enough weight to stay at the bottom. It'll just blow you back. And so the river's been way too high this year. So we haven't been in it at all this year. But
that's usually a good place to find them, is in those rivers, though.
Yeah, you can find, arrowheads and shark's teeth and all kinds of stuff in there. Like you can find mammoth teeth.
Wow.
I haven't found one yet. My boyfriend has 12 of them.
12?
I haven't found a single one yet.
That would be incredible to find one, though. He's got 12.
12. Well, one night last year, one night before we went out, I said, man, I just want to find one mammoth tooth. The next day, he finds a freaking mammoth tooth right next to me. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Jerk.
And then I'm like, the next week, I'm like, man, I want to find a grooved axe, a Native American grooved axe. They're so rare. I kid you not. He finds one right next to me. And then I'm like, I'm not saying another thing. I'm not saying
No.
nothing. Everything I say, he finds.
You know why?
So-
Because he's buying them on eBay and he's bringing with him in a bag. And they just...
You know, if that was the case, I wouldn't even be upset. But now I know he's great at diving. He's been doing it forever. He can go all over. He's crazy. He'll go under branches, and I've been trapped under a tree once, and it scares the crap out of you.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the thing about river diving. Those branches and trees, you can get hung up in them, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
I think that would freak me out too. Like,
Oh,
how do
yeah.
you even research that kind of stuff? Like how I know how research goes with metal detecting and finding old sites, but prehistoric, like I don't get it. How do you?
Well, the river thing, my boyfriend has a house in front of the river, and he did all the research, and you just go up and down the river, and when it's low, which is very rare, and look for gravel bars. And then you look in the gravel, because there's no rocks here. If there's rocks, it's fossil layer or it's from the Native Americans. But in the normal soil, there's no rocks.
Oh, so you hit a gravel layer and you're like,
if you're seeing rocks, it's either Native American or it's fossil layer.
Wow.
So either way, there's something in there to hunt.
Yeah. Wow. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Well, where'd all this come from, Stephanie? Where'd all this adventure searching for these things? Where did all this start? Like, you've been that way your whole life. Did something happen to spark this in you? What do you think?
Well, I mean, since I was little, I liked like picking up rocks and collecting rocks. But I guess I'd say the Shark Week thing, probably about 12 years ago. I started watching Shark Week, and then I went to Florida, started digging for shark teeth, and then I met other people, and I dug here in South Carolina. And then when I was in South Carolina here, I was walking a field for arrowheads, and I was seeing old nails and stuff. And I kept saying to my boyfriend, I was like, man, we should really start metal detecting. And that year for Christmas, we both got each other Garrett metal detectors. We didn't even know it, but we gave each other metal detectors one year for Christmas.
It's meant to be there.
We went out to that field, and he found a cut 8 the first time we went out there. And then my first coin was a cob, a half real cob. That was my first coin.
All right, just stop. We got to let Stephanie go. Stephanie, sorry. Thanks for being a good guest tonight. We'll catch you later.
I know. I did dig like beer cans and stuff like that too. I mean, that wasn't my first target.
Right.
It wasn't my first coin.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
A cob.
It's not that easy all the time though. That field now has been bought and it's gone.
Oh.
It's gone. There's houses there now, unfortunately.
Oh.
That's the last farm field left in this area too.
That always frustrates me when I'm doing research and I see the old map and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And then I do the overlay and it's like Walmart now. And I'm just like, oh, that's completely lost.
Right. Yeah. That's terrible when that happens. But you got each other metal detectors for Christmas without even knowing about it. That's so cool, man. That's like meant to be.
And he still uses the Garrett, but since then I've gotten an Equinox 800 and then my XB Deus. I use that all the time. I don't even use my other metal detectors. I love the XB Deus.
Smart. Very, very smart.
I love it. I mean, it doesn't hurt my elbow. I don't get any aches or pains. I mean, I just love it. So I use that. I bring it every day. Every day I throw it in my truck.
That's a good
around here there's so much construction. If you see something new, you gotta check it. You gotta go up and see if you can get permission and check it because you never know.
Do you carry hard hats and safety vests in your vehicle?
I don't. I ordered a safety vest though, and it was way too big, so I sent it back. But I'm like, I probably should get one.
Right.
Yes.
Just pop on out and say, City Inspector.
Yep.
Yep. I gotta get a
take a look around.
You got to get a clipboard. Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah, if you have a clipboard, you can usually get into anywhere, I've heard.
Yeah. I saw this one video of this guy that pulled up to some like sporting event. He pulls up to park his vehicle and rolls down the window and the guy's there and he's talking about how he's here to check the flux capacitor and wants to know if Dr. Brown had let them know that he was going to be there, and all these things like all of like Back to the Future, but all this, he's just throwing all this stuff out, and the guy's like, no, yeah, go ahead and head in there, have a good, do your business,
Oh
whatever
my
you need to
gosh.
do. It was absolutely hilarious. If you talk the talk and you make it like you're supposed to be, like what you're doing,
Yeah.
then who's going to question you?
Let's turn this light on. It's getting
Landowners,
way too dark.
landowners. That's who's going to
Well, yeah,
question you.
landowners would.
They're not trusting you as you're driving down the driveway. They're like, hey,
Right.
what are you selling?
Well, you were just talking today about before we started, you were at a construction site looking for arrowheads.
Yeah.
How did that go? Did you get anything?
It went all right. I either found a blunt point or a broken point. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Real close. I think it's broke though. It's hit and miss. It's the end of this site, so there's not a lot left there. But if you don't check, you won't know.
Right. What's your biggest tip then for because you do search for a lot of Indian, Native American artifacts and stuff like that. So what would be your best tip, in terms of like finding a location or doing, looking for stuff? What would you suggest?
I always go with any cleared ground next to water, because they had to have water to live. And so if there's high ground next to high ground that's been cleared or disturbed at all next to water, I would check it. And a lot of times there's some there, but not every time, obviously. But they had to have water. So
let me ask you this. I always see videos of arrowhead hunters and artifact hunters that they're in the side of a hill. They're in the side of a rise, and they're pulling stuff out of the side of a cutout in a river or something like that. Like, would that be on the downhill side of these raised, elevated sections? So let's say I found a site that had water. It was a river water. It was on a bend, and then right above the bend, there's this elevated sort of plateau that, maybe the water wraps around it on three sides. And I was thinking, ooh, that would be a great spot to kind of camp.
You could try. I don't know if there's a lot of rocks in the soil there. If there isn't, you can use a probe to see if you hit anything. But are there a lot of rocks in your soil there?
Yeah, there can be. It depends on where you're at. Well, the area I'm thinking, Tony, is where we've been hunting. There's a lot of sand. It's really sandy, loamy soil. So I don't know if there would be rocks there. I definitely will bring a probe next time we go out and see what I can find.
Yeah, I mean, you could always do a test pit and see if you find anything too.
Yeah. We should have a probe, because the sites, I mean, the one property that we're on has like three sites immediately to where we're looking at, and they are kind of dug out and stuff like that. So we should have a probe with us for sure.
We find stuff on the surface of the
on
the surface.
You have you found any area where there's a lot of like percussion flakes in one area?
We see a lot of flake and stuff, and not a ton though, not a ton.
Yeah.
Well, I would start by where you find the flakes. That's what I do. I dig underneath where I find flakes, and I found arrowheads that way. Not just like one flake, but if you see an area that's got a few flakes in it, you could try that area. Because if there's a few there might be a lot more underneath.
And you had mentioned you went after a rain, because that kind of washes away a little bit of that.
Rains always wash things up to the surface.
Yeah.
And there's other hunters here. There's so much competition here that after it's been dry for a while, 100 people have walked a site, you're not going to find anything. I mean, there's a 1 in a million chance, but the best time to go is right after a rain, I think. Because that's, especially if you're the first one there, because then you have the best look at it, and got to check. If you have a lot of area that's cleared though, covering a lot of area helps find stuff too. I noticed that because when I first started dating my boyfriend, he would find a lot more than me, and it always used to piss me off. And I figured it out. It's because he would cover so much area, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then he'd like figure out the areas that were good. So that's another thing you can do is walk walk a lot of area.
You got to have a good eye. I know that.
Yeah.
Once I realized that we could find Native American artifacts here, it changed everything for me as a metal detectors, because now my ears are going one way, but my eyes are constantly scanning the other way for anything that stands out. Every piece I've found has completely been standing out. It's revealed itself to me because I've never had to dig for it. It's always been
once you start finding them, you'll find more. Your eyes get more tuned into it.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with like the Native American beads. Once I started finding them, I've found them at probably 9 different sites now. You just kind of get
that's incredible.
Eye for it.
Beads. You ever found any of those tinklers? You know what I mean? Those little
I wish. That's on my bucket list. No, they're rare to find here. People have found them, but they're rare to find. A kettle point is on my list too, and one of my friends, Harley, has found a kettle point. Other than him, I've never heard of anyone find them here.
Yeah, we had a question from Copper Joe. He's up in Wisconsin, and he wanted to know if you've ever found any copper points.
No, I wish I have. I've dug some copper things that kind of look like triangles, and of course I keep everything. That's one of our biggest arguments at home, my boyfriend and I. You're not keeping that crap, are you? Yes, I'm keeping it. You already know this. Been together 10 years, you know I'm going to keep it. So yes, I found some triangle-ish copper things, but I'm not going to say they're kettle points because they do not look like, what they look like online. I wish I did.
Yeah,
you will, man. You search so much and cover so much. It's just a matter of time.
I'm gonna go home and visit my family in Michigan, and when I'm there, I've never detected at home. I'm gonna look for one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be there, right? Michigan's not bone dry. I mean, it's not.
They find them all the time. Especially up north. Yeah, that's mostly what they find is fur trade stuff.
Are you up north? Is that where you're from in Michigan?
Well, it's Pearson, Michigan. It's kind of, I don't know if you know where Grand Rapids is.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Somewhere around here?
It's about there.
There you go. Grand Rapids, you know where Grand Rapids is,
But, the further up towards the UP, the Upper Peninsula, I think that's more where they find them. So,
gotcha.
I got no problem driving over the bridge to find one.
Yeah,
I would do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful up there too. I know. I want to get more into it. I really do. I've been doing some LiDAR hunting, like mapping, trying to find potential target locations in where we're hunting. I mean, it's not that big here to where, not like it sounds like it is there, to where, if you find a spot, there's still going to be stuff there. You know what I mean? Especially the areas we're hunting. I just don't think, there's other parts of Colorado to where that's a big deal. And I know that they've cleared it out, but I think some of these private permissions we're on, I don't think, and they're in old native lands, from back in the day.
Right.
A couple of pieces I've found, archaeologists and professors and stuff have told me that they feel it's been deposited there via flood. They said that wasn't native to that area, so it had to have been deposited there by a flood or something. So
that's because unless they're down in their little cubicle digging it out, they don't like to deal with fines because it's not. They didn't dig it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a normal thing for them. Like they'll look at your find and think it's cool, but it's not the same. Like my Clovis point.
No.
It's great, but they didn't dig it out, so it's not as good as it would be if they had done it.
Right.
To me, it's awesome. I don't care. I'm not going to sell it anyways. So.
Yeah.
Ken, what was the name of that? We were up with the archaeologist at the Springs, and on that same property, they had the bison. What was that thing called?
Like a bison leap. A kill pit.
Kill
back
pit
in the day.
They would push the bison all together and corral them and push them essentially to the end of a huge drop off, and then everybody else was down there and they took care of business once the bison were killed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they'd have a
It's pretty
processing
interesting.
area. They'd have like a
Yeah.
eating area. They'd have like a collection area. Really interesting.
I mean, that's what the Clovis people did with mastodons. They had, you know, areas where they kill the mastodons and, you know, skin them and all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
It's really
I'd
interesting.
love to find one of those areas, but that's dreaming right there.
Yeah. I think on this property, it's still family owned. It's a cattle ranch that they've had for forever, but I think they maybe located that thing back in the 50s or something like that, where they excavated all these bones and figured out that's what that site was. And pretty
Wow.
interesting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Native American, we know it's out in the areas we're in. It's just trying to
Yeah.
find the hot spots.
Well, keep your eyes down. You'll find them. More
You'd
area
think by that
you
spring.
cover, and the more you go.
Yeah.
Now I go hunting though 7 days a week. I
Oh,
don't
do
know
you?
how often you guys do. I do have a job. I do
Not
have a
quite that
job,
much.
believe it or
Do you
not. I
really?
groom
Come
dogs.
on. How are you doing that? Tell me.
I groom dogs and then I go out digging.
Okay. All right.
Good for
Every day.
you.
Yeah, that's
Good
awesome.
for you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we're not quite near that.
Oh, I
Well,
wish.
If we can do every other weekend, we're stellar.
Well, as long as you get to go at all, that's the important
Yeah.
part.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, our friend Jeff that was hunting here, and he moved to North Carolina. He hunts every day,
I bet.
and it's great. But we constantly get the texts every day. It's like, ready for another bucket list? And these
Oh,
pictures come
gosh.
over. And it's like, all right, check this out. What do you guys think this is? And we're just sitting there at work, drooling.
Yeah. Both of us
That's
at work,
crazy.
in the
Yeah,
office.
North
like,
Carolina's got a lot of history.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So explain low country to me. I always hear about this digging in the low country. And for those listening, they might not really know. Is that just sort of an area of South Carolina?
Low country? I think that's just a name for South Carolina.
They just call
I
it
mean,
the
you're
low
asking
country.
a Michigan girl. I moved here from Michigan. So I'm assuming, though, I always assumed that it just meant South Carolina. And maybe it means the swamps of South Carolina.
Gotcha.
Like the low rice lands. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That could be it.
I've seen a lot of cool finds come out of South Carolina. I'll tell you what, we've been talking to a few people from there. I know Greg, what was SC Digger,
SC Digger
back in the day, was finding so much stuff there, and I really got hooked on his channel early on.
Yeah, you said SC Digger?
Yeah, SC Digger.
Yeah, he finds some good stuff.
Yeah, he has, and it's like you got the history there too, and now you mix in all this.
There is a lot of history here. I'm very blessed that I started detecting here. I mean, Michigan has good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, South Carolina's got. Oh, I mean,
it's
like,
totally different though.
Galore,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Different types of history. You know, we've had a couple copper culture explorers from up in Michigan and Wisconsin, Copper Joe. That talk about some incredible stuff up in that area.
Fur trade stuff,
Fur trade, all that kind of stuff. And but South Carolina, man, it's incredible.
It's got everything. It's got the whole span. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Plus ancient.
But doesn't have meteorites.
Oh,
go to Georgia for that.
I don't even know anything about meteorites. No one ever finds meteorites.
I just knew I wanted one. I really didn't. I'd never even seen a meteorite. I only seen him post pictures online. And I'm thinking, if I can find Native American beads, surely I can go look for this. And we just got lucky. Yeah,
we need to talk about that. So because it's actually a thing. People hunting meteorites is actually a thing. What'd you do?
Oh yeah.
No, I told Stephanie earlier about Brass Medic up in Nevada.
That's who I was gonna bring up.
Yeah. He went out there, but I just want to mention real quick. I did throw that your meteorite hunting video just came out 2 days ago. I put that in the chat there. So fantastic video.
Yeah.
Tell us kind of the backstory about it.
Yeah,
it's 22 minutes. Come on, that's not long.
That's not long.
Yeah.
What's the backstory like? I mean, you've always just wanted to go find one, but never really kind of knew how.
Or version. Yeah. I've always just wanted to find a meteorite, and I could never figure out how to go hunt them. And no one, which I don't blame them, no one's like saying, oh, I'll take you out. I mean, they're rare to find. So, I mean, I understand that. So that's the thing. I couldn't figure it out. And my boyfriend and I, our anniversary was on June 26th. And before that, I was asking friends again, do you know anywhere that we could go hunting? Because, well, my boyfriend's terrible and he never plans anything. So I was trying to plan something. And of course, I didn't get anywhere. Well, then on our anniversary, I was looking at my phone and a meteorite fell on our anniversary in Georgia.
Oh,
So I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, I got to go figure this out. And I started getting sick. Long story short, it took me about a week to figure it out. And then I went down there, and probably the fifth house that I walked, that's where I found my first one.
Okay,
And,
stop right there.
I wasn't sure. It looked like the pictures online, but I wasn't sure until in my room at 2 a.m. when it stuck to my, that's in my room at 2 a.m. It stuck to my magnet on my vape, and I was jacked. I mean, that's probably like one of the worst pictures of me, but I'm in my pajamas at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and I was so excited. So I'm running around the room all excited. And then I couldn't fall asleep till probably 4:30 in the morning. So the next day I was really tired, but I ended up finding a couple more. That was July 4th. And so I thought I had 3 of them. And then when I got home, I looked at all the stuff I picked up, and I actually had 4 of them.
Wow.
And then I went down there one more time, got a cracked windshield on the way down there that time, and ended up finding one. And I was like, yes, I got one. I was so excited. And then I'm like, man, I really want a bigger one. So I went back one more time. And on the way home, I didn't find anything. It was a terrible trip, that one. I didn't find nothing. On the way home, I got a speeding ticket in Georgia, a 4-point speeding ticket.
Oh.
So I got to go back to Georgia in September for that court hearing.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'll go again one more time. Just
there
to
you
see.
go.
Yeah, if you're down there,
I wasn't planning on going back, but I can't get a 4-point ticket. I'm gonna have to go to court and try to talk that down.
Look at that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, that is so crazy.
And Georgia's not close to you. It's not right around the corner.
It's about 5 hours.
Yeah, that's some dedication to go down there and find
space rocks, man. Look at that.
Yeah, I know.
Where those have been and what they've experienced. Holy cow.
Yeah,
they're beautiful, man. They're actually really beautiful. Look at the striations on that one.
It's 4.3 grams.
Look at that. Oh, how cool.
So yeah, that cracking on it is called the crust. I just learned this stuff. It's called the crust. And it kind of looks like someone dripped oil on it. That's how you can tell apart from the other rocks. It looks kind of like it has oil or some kind of sticky residue on it. And I guess this is so cool. It's from it melting, going through the atmosphere. So that's how you can tell the difference between that and another just normal black rock.
Interesting. Gene in the chat said, are they magnetic or attract magnets? Is that kind of how you can, like you said, you can identify them?
My nicotine vape thing that I use has a magnet on it, and that's what I tried it on that night, and it stuck to it. So yeah, they are magnetic. I don't think all meteorites are. There's so much to learn about meteorites. I don't know it. I don't know half the stuff you need to know about meteorites.
Oh, you found one. Wow, that's awesome. So let me get this straight. I got to go back. I know you were giving us the short version, but I like the long version. You saw on like some news report that this meteor hit Georgia. Like, was it a news report?
Yep.
And it just, your mind went, ta-da, I know what we're doing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, what are the chances? I was trying to go on my anniversary to go looking for one, and then one actually fell on our anniversary. And I'm like, well, my friend's like, well, that's a sign. And he's usually like pessimist. But he's like, well, that's a sign. You need to go. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I do need to go. And I'm like, if I don't go now, and the thing is, you can't wait forever to go because they're all going to be gone. I mean, there's people that stayed down there for weeks looking every single
Jeez.
day in every yard they could go in. There's one mean couple down there that will not let anyone go in their yard, and I know there's got to be some there because I found some all around their house, but they won't let anyone in their yard.
So they actually identify the general area where this meteor came down, and they're able to identify that.
They
And
have
you
now.
just don't know.
When I figured it out, I did not know the strewn field. I only went by the newscasts. They said a road that a house got hit by one on this road. The name of the road is Poland Road.
Okay.
And so I pulled up Poland Road. I mean, it's a pretty long road, but I knew behind Poland Road is kind of where other people had found some, and everybody was posting pictures, and they're so excited they're not even thinking about disguising anything behind the pictures.
Right.
So I was looking at their pictures and figuring out where they were, and that's how I narrowed down where to go look.
And what do? You just knock on doors and you're like, hi, I'm here to look for meteorites. And people are like, oh yeah, you're the 5th one this week, or you're the 5th one today. And they're okay. Just let you go. Yeah,
like,
go for it.
And some people are like, oh, there's no meteorite around here. That didn't happen. And I'm just like, okay, appreciate your time.
Can I still look anyways?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, I got enough yeses that I got lucky. And one of them I found kind of off a busy road. And so I didn't need permission for that. I was just walking along the road. I mean, I looked like a creeper, I'm sure. I was like trying to go in I went in these woods, these creepy woods, and found these bones, and it had just rained and it was all wet and soggy and dark in there. And I'm just like, man, I am crazy. But I want to find like a big softball size one, the one everyone wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't find it yet, but I'm happy with what I did find. Now I want a bigger one,
man. Yeah, right. Now you're on the hunt. Another hobby to get inside you. Jeez.
I know when we had Breast Medic on, he pretty much said the same thing. Like, it goes out on the news or it just starts going through social media or through the channels, and all of a sudden everybody's out there. And if you're not one of the first ones out there, they're obviously going to take the bigger ones and stuff like that. But if you're not out there quickly, you're getting passed up on that stuff.
Didn't you say they were out on the salt flats?
Yeah.
So this big expanse of flat earth.
Yeah.
And then you're just out there looking for these ripples.
I guess there's a construction site behind these houses too. And a lot of people found them there. I went by there for a minute, but I knew it was so easy for them to find them on this open area that I was like, that I'm not going to do that. I knew knocking on people's doors would be a better guess because a lot of people don't like going up to people's houses. And so that's the first thing I did. And I got lucky.
Were they surface finds?
Yeah, everything everyone's found has all just been on the surface.
Gosh.
So are you detecting for them or you're just eyeballing?
No, just looking for them.
Just looking.
Wow.
I know. I actually ran that my biggest one under my detector, and you can barely hear it. So, I mean, I don't know if you would even know what it was, because there's iron in the woods and junk. And I don't think, and it just fell. So it hasn't gone underneath the surface. So everything's sitting on top.
Yeah,
sure.
I kept thinking in those woods I was going to find a huge one, but nah, and it wasn't there.
You'll get it.
I wonder in the community if there's an app or some kind of forums or something where people post meteor strikes.
Oh, there is. It's called Meteorite Hunters or something. I'm on one of those pages.
Oh, yeah. So if people that are listening to the show right now want to start looking for meteorites in their area, would you recommend a site like that for them to go check out so they can maybe see what's going on in their area? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's called Meteorite Hunters. It's Meteorite something. If you put it on Facebook and put meteorite groups in, there's a huge group that you can bring it up, and there's a lot of stuff on there. You can help figure it out.
Yeah.
But,
sweet.
Yeah.
A new hobby, Tony. Here we go.
I know. Just what my wife needs. Another hobby with
Oh, yeah. My boyfriend never went because he thought I was crazy. He's like, there's no way you're going to find anything. It's been a week.
Wow.
And so
Holy cow.
That's why he didn't go.
And you're sick. You should stay home. You're sick, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
You said you were
Yeah,
sick.
I was.
Oh,
I
look
was
at
really
that.
sick. I was so weak and had body aches and chills, but once
Wow.
they told me I wasn't contagious or anything, I was like, all right, I gotta go.
When you and I were talking before you came on the show, I was just so impressed because, I mean, just think about that. For everyone listening, just think about it, right? Like you have this dream that you just want to find this meteorite. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bang.
Yeah.
It comes out of nowhere that, hey, this meteorite fell
crazy.
5 hours from me. You're sick, but you make the trip anyways. You ignore the fact that your boyfriend said you're crazy. You go out there not knowing anything,
I know.
figure it out. Like Teresa said, you're part detective. You freak it out. You figure it out. You start knocking on doors. You find one, man. That is just so.
I
That is
know.
just the pinnacle of excitement. Like you find.
Yeah.
one.
And I purposely stopped going on that meteorite page because I didn't want to see anyone post any, because I knew if I started seeing them post some more finds, it would start getting in my head, and then I'd be like, oh, why are you going? You're not going to find anything. So I stopped looking at that website. I was like, no, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to get there. And then when I seen the area, I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way. But I just did it anyways, and I got lucky.
Now, did you end up meeting other hunters while you were there? Like, did you run into other meteorite
The
hunters?
third time I went, when I was getting ready to leave, the meteorite man from the meteorite hunters, Steve something his name is, he was there, and he said he was
Wow.
leaving the next day because there just wasn't much left. He was going door to door to look in their gutters to see if there's any meteorites in people's gutters.
Oh, wow.
And I
Sure.
did not work because I talked to him after that. He didn't find any anymore.
Yeah.
So
He must
that
have in the
makes
past.
so much
you know what I
sense,
mean?
though.
I
Yeah.
mean, he must have
he
in the
actually found a
past.
softball size one in someone's pool. I know. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh, I could go down the rabbit hole on this one big time. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Well, sure. You think about, hitting like the roof, falling down in the gutter, maybe even like
Right.
rain coming
Yeah.
through, pushes
Oh
all that
gosh,
stuff
if I
down the
lived
spout,
there,
and you're just right down at the bottom of the spout finding meteorites right down there.
if I lived there, I would be grooming people's dogs for free so I could look in their yard. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
The gutter hunter.
Right. And in the pool too, man. That's pretty brilliant. He must
Yeah.
have had to die for it or something. He's like, I don't care if it's
Oh, and he was happy
30
to because it was
degrees.
like almost 100 degrees when
Oh,
it first fell. Yeah.
Have you guys been hot over there? I know a lot of people have been getting
100
a lot of
degrees
heat.
every day. It's been miserable. Miserable.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
I
humid,
know.
right? You guys are humid there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Like literally you go outside and you just about die.
Yeah.
So,
I got to remember that when I'm complaining here in Colorado.
Let me
yeah, when I lived in Michigan, I hated the cold and loved the heat. And now that I've been here 10 years, I hate the heat. And I miss the cold. I don't miss the blizzards, but I do miss the cold.
Yep. I'm from northeastern Ohio, right off of Lake Erie there, so I understand the cold.
Yeah.
The cold is cold.
Yeah. Yep.
Jean said that you should go to the diamond mine when she goes to Georgia. I think it's in Arkansas, maybe. With their sharp eyes, you could spot a surface diamond easy. That's a whole nother thing, right? Like, have you ever gotten into
I
rock
haven't done
pounding
that
and
yet.
stuff?
I need to do that. I actually walked when I actually found emeralds from a shipwreck, and while I was hunting for those, I seen a raw diamond from a shipwreck, but I didn't realize what it was. And I walked past it, and I always pick stuff up, and I didn't pick it up like an idiot. And I was walking next to my friend. I'm like, "Are there diamonds out here too?" And he's like, "Yeah, there's diamonds. I've found a few." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you think I could find it again?"
Nope.
No.
Oh,
It's so
man.
dumb. So dumb. That's one of the only times I have not picked something up.
Oh my gosh.
But
When you
so
were
I need to
talking
go
about
do that.
the meteorite hunting, I when you were talking about how after like a storm per se, and then I kind of thought about the same thing with the Treasure Coast, or even on the coast of South Carolina there, when those storms come through, then all of a sudden that it deposits, or everything comes to the surface, or things like that. And so if
Mhm.
you're not out there right away after those storms, people are
Right.
picking up all that the treasure that's coming in from the ocean. You
Yep.
know,
Do you get a lot of
Yeah.
shipwreck treasure stuff wash up on shore? A lot of shipwreck
I don't know about here.
artifacts?
When I did it, I went to Florida during a
Oh,
hurricane and
yeah.
detected and found it.
Mm.
I've only found one cob from a shipwreck and a musket ball and emeralds.
Wow. All during a hurricane.
Yes.
Were you out there with 100 other people? Because I know that's really popular in Florida, at least for whatever section you can do it in.
Yeah, one of my friends brought me out to that. That was his site. But yeah, that was in Florida. I've never, I don't think I may have detected the beach here one time since I've been here. I'm just more of a woods girl, or that was an example pick. I do have a
example, yeah.
Maravides.
Do you
mine
really?
Yeah. Yep. I found 2 Maravides. But the
Wow.
soil, those were at plantation sites, so those were in the woods. And the soil here in certain areas is so bad that some of the copper stuff is just wiped. You don't see hardly anything on it. But the Maravides I found an 8, and then another one. One of them
Wow.
has the 164 on it, thankfully. So no, it's 1644.
Yeah. How cool is that? What's your earliest coin here in the States that you found?
Yeah, that's the pirate, the shipwreck cob.
That's
My
awesome.
earliest coin might be that Maravides 1644.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that. It's hard to go back further now.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
I
you
don't.
can't
Yeah,
live
I think it's probably that.
Yeah.
Did you know what it
I'd like
was
to find
immediately
that
when you
pine-
found it?
Huh?
Oh, pine tree shilling. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd like to find pine tree, but those are not. They're not around here.
Yeah. Did you know what that Miravides was as soon as you pulled it, or did you have to research it?
No, I did, because I have looked at a lot of coins online, and I always like, man, I'd love to find a Maravides. And so when I found it, like most of the stuff, it has the shape, and it's in terrible condition, but it has the shape and it looks like it. And I wasn't sure, so I set it aside, and then like 3 years went by, and this year I found another one, and this one had that 164 on it. And I'm like, now I know the other one's a Maravides. So then I pulled the other one out, and you can see an 8 on it clear as day. And I'm like, how did I not see that before?
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they're definitely Maravides. They're just
incredible.
They're not in perfect condition, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are what they are, right?
Yep.
Didn't our friend Jeff find one, Tony?
I think so.
Jeff found one, right?
Yeah.
And 16. You can see the 16 on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's all in that area there. I mean, geez, incredible.
Yeah. We got so much history. Like, what do you like looking for? Like when you're into so much stuff, man. I think I can talk to you for hours.
I know.
I like to look down.
You like to look down.
Yeah.
You're always
I love like the trade stuff, like Native American trade rings. Like I said, kettle point. I'd love to find a kettle point, but I like the trade stuff, like the beads, the trade rings, the trade jewelry. Just trade stuff. That's my favorite.
They find those.
Who doesn't like finding a cob, silver cob?
I know. Gosh, there's just so many of them. Yeah, who doesn't like finding those, man? I would.
Yeah, that's a seed bead I found.
That is so cool.
Look at that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, look at that.
Who sees that? That's just crazy.
You just saw that.
I saw that in topsoil. Black topsoil. Yep.
Yeah. It could be modern. Could not be. I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, it's definitely not modern, because I found about 100 beads at that site.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a cool site. I really think that enslaved laborers wear those beads here too, because at every slave cabin site, I have found beads.
Wait a minute. No way did you find that. Look at that thing.
I know. Look how tiny that
was
is.
at a different site. That's a different one.
But look how small that is, man.
Yeah.
I know. And that's the only bead I found at that site. Crazy.
Wow. You just eyeballed that and you're like, it caught your eye.
It was in the driveway.
What are you talking? Look how huge that is.
Yeah,
What are you
it's so
talking
big.
about?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Look
Wow.
it's pretty crazy. But
So-
like I said, when you start seeing stuff like that, when you start finding it, you'll start seeing it. When you guys find arrowheads, you'll start seeing
Yeah.
more. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I hope so. I really want to get into that, Tony, on some of these sites we're on. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm getting all excited for it because we're going to be there metal detecting anyways. May as well
Right.
take an extra half hour to go poke
Oh,
around
yeah.
a site that I think, you know, through
Absolutely.
research might have some prospective area or good area for it, you know.
Yeah.
But
I, I just saw something on your Facebook page here. I wanted to talk about.
so I think this is when is this the first time I became aware of Stephanie? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'd watched you before, but
Yeah, you put me
some
on
of
one of
these-
your videos for
yeah.
one of my tags.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're not finding those in Colorado.
No.
And,
Yeah, my first 3 years of detecting, I found 9 slave tags.
Whoa.
And I haven't found one since, and that's been 4 years now.
did you find them all in the same general area?
No, not really. I found 2 at the same. 2 of them came from the same site, but the rest of them were all different sites.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, look what great
Great,
condition that one's in.
Yeah, the condition of it is insane.
Well, that one's restored. I mean, it's all
Okay.
legit, but I think that one I had them straightened out. It was bent or whatever, but I have some that I didn't do anything to either. They're just exactly how I found them.
Now they're
But,
different
like, the
shapes
first-
too, right?
The first 2 I found, one of them was completely rolled up like a cigarette. It was completely rolled all the way up. So I sent it to Leonard Short, and he annealed it and made it pretty again. It might be that one.
Wow. If that was rolled like a cigarette, that's an amazing
Yeah.
job.
Oh yeah,
Incredible.
Leonard does a good job. He's very good at it.
But 8, wow, it's amazing. You probably never get tired of that. They're such amazing relics,
No.
you know what I mean? And
No, I would love to find another one, but I can't complain. I cannot complain. That's for sure.
do you hunt similar sort of areas all the time? Like, do you have favorite things that attract you? Like, okay, I want to make sure I can
dirt.
metal detect here in the woods, but also I need some water in case I want to go look for that. Just any dirt, huh?
Dirt. If I see dirt, I'm gonna check it.
That's where you're at.
Yep, because there's either going to be fossils in it, Native American stuff, colonial stuff, or nothing. But if you don't check it, you're not going to find anything. But around here, I mean, most of the time there's something in it. It's crazy.
Wow, it's that heavy, huh? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
But
I
I
mean,
like
we're
woods too. I don't like woods in the summer. There's too many spiders and snakes and ticks. I do not
Ticks?
like ticks.
Ticks?
Tony doesn't like ticks either.
Hate ticks.
Yeah.
So even growing up in Ohio, I've never had any interaction with ticks. And come out here, Colorado, we're in the woods quite a bit, but we've just never had ticks. I was out 2 weeks ago with Michael, our friend Michael from Metal Detecting NoCo, Northern Colorado, and I got back to the truck and we were talking, and he reaches over on my shirt right here and goes, "Hey, you got a tick here." Flicks it off,
my
no big
God.
deal. I go sitting in the truck, turn on the AC, start to cool off because like it's freaking hot, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I feel it crawling. It's another tick. Open the window,
Oh,
flick it
no.
out. I come all the way home. I'm 2 hours, over 2 hour drive home.
Oh,
I get home, strip down because it's my ritual. I strip down because I'm just sopping wet from sweat.
Right.
I've got a tick on my leg, and I look in the mirror, and I've got another tick on my back. 4 ticks, and I've never had them before, even in Colorado.
I would have never made that drive. I would have gotten out. I would have stripped naked. I don't care where it was, and looked. There's no way. I couldn't do it. Oh. That's how I got a tick on me because my boyfriend's lazy and he doesn't check as well. And I know he had a tick on him one night, and I woke up in the morning and had it on my wrist. I think it came from him.
Oh,
Of course it
There's
did.
no way I missed
course
it
it
on
did.
my wrist. You know what I'm saying? That's like the
Right.
first place you look.
right.
And I actually got Lyme's disease from it. I got really sick.
Did you?
I went to the doctor and I'm like, you're gonna need to test me for Lyme's because I had just ripped this tick off me. And sure enough, so they treated me right away. And thank God I knew it was on me because they treated me and I was fine in a few days. But man,
How soon can they test you for that? So it'd be a good public service announcement here for those that are listening.
Yeah.
They can test you
Well,
pretty
I
early,
mean,
even before you're
they
showing
tested me
symptoms.
as
Or
soon as I went in, and that was what, a day after I pulled it off.
Hmm. And they were
But
able
I
to.
guess a lot of people get really, really sick because they don't know they had a tick on it. But I
Right.
actually knew I had a tick on me, and then I got really sick. So I put 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, this ain't right.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And so that's why I had them test me. But,
Hmm.
you know, you think about if you had a tick on your back or something, you didn't know about it, and you're sick, that's the last thing you would think of.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I had said, like when I pulled them off, like I didn't feel like they had bitten me because I didn't have any irritation in those spots. But when I pulled it, I could feel like they were latched onto the hair on my leg or something like that. But it definitely
Right.
didn't, there's no marks. It didn't swell out, getting any irritation. So I'm going to say I didn't get bit and I haven't felt bad. It's been 2 weeks, 3
Oh yeah,
weeks.
you would have known. You would
So
have known by
yeah,
the next day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
And
I'm
I
good.
don't know
I'm
if
clear.
I don't know if we're getting Lyme disease here from tick bites. Are we? I know we get
So
Rocky
they're
Mountain
not.
spotted fever. I know we can get
It's
that from
not.
the ticks here.
Is it deer ticks that carry it? Because that's what I've heard is back east
I
you've got
think
the deer
so.
ticks,
Yeah. Yeah,
and we
I
don't
think
have deer
so.
ticks here. It's a different kind of tick.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we can get
that might
spotted
be.
fever. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but I don't know if we drink enough whiskey. I don't think anything's gonna touch us. We have that
That's true.
invincible blood. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible though. I don't want no ticks crawling on me. I tell you.
No, and I was gonna say after I'd found, like, again, I'd never had ticks on me ever. After I found 4 of them, I was laying down that night and everything was just it was
Yeah.
Freaking you
crawling.
out.
Any move.
Well, it's
Yeah.
good to check yourself regardless every time you get done.
And now I'm
metal
going to, like,
detecting.
I'm gonna use spray. I'm gonna, like, I'm gonna actually do that kind of stuff now. Now that I've experienced it at least. So
And see, you guys are lucky you don't have long hair because, like, I have my hair
yeah,
up and stuff, but like, if one got under my hair,
sure,
like I've had
yeah.
my boyfriend check before, but he's useless. He can't see. So he'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're fine. I could have 15 in there and then be dead the next day." So I always, and he shaves his head, so he has no hair on his head. I'm
See,
like,
There
man,
you
you're
go.
so lucky.
benefits of being
Yeah.
bald right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shoot. Where were you guys at, Tony, to get that main tick? You were in tall grass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
tall
was
grass.
thinking. Oh, go ahead.
I was in tall grass. Yeah, around the cottonwoods by the Platte.
Okay.
So yeah,
So they were coming up from the grass. They weren't falling.
they were
down
from the grass.
trees or anything.
No. I mean, we were around the cottonwoods, but it had to be from the grass. And I was thinking about it. You know what? I was telling Stephanie before we came on, like I've had to the past couple hunts just sit because I've been getting so hot lately from the heat and everything. I remember laying down in the grass with Michael for 5-10 minutes trying to,
No, I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear any more about this story.
I bet you that's where they came from. Like I couldn't.
It'd be.
Yeah, probably.
Gosh.
You were
Yeah, you
inviting them on you.
You shouldn't be
Yeah,
doing
I'm
that.
an idiot. Gosh.
I'm gonna have to tease.
I'm gonna get on Amazon right now. Is there tick spray or what here? I'm gonna have to get some.
I think there's any
I
bug
mean,
spray, right? With a
there
lot of
is
deep.
spray. They can still get on you, but I think deep
Yeah.
woods off is good for that.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what? Here it is. I'll just go into the dog section. I'll get flea and tick stuff and just spray it all over me.
That'll
You
work.
could have your wife give you a flea and tick bath.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
do that. I don't know, the way my skin was crawling. I might just actually do that.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it definitely freaks you out. When I had one on me, that one that got me sick, it's because I
Yeah.
freaked out and I ripped it off and the head was
Right.
still in there. And so then I had to go in there with tweezers and try and get this freaking thing out. And I think that's what screwed it up. which is dumb because I know how to remove ticks. I do it on dogs all the time, you know, but when it's on you, man, I just freaked out. I was like, no, I don't like it. Hate them.
I have a memory from my younger years that it stayed with me all these years, but I don't know the specifics of it. But I know I had this big tick on my back when I was young. And I remember they were trying to explain it to me, and it was almost like it had been there for a while. Like, I don't know how long it had been on there, but it had gotten big, right? And it had like, it was almost like a small lima bean or something, and like had legs on the underside of it and everything.
What?
And we were trying to figure out how to get that out. And I remember my dad, his way was to heat up a bobby pin held in a piece of pliers, heat it up red hot, and then just start putting it close to its body, and it would pull its head out. It would release and come out, and then they'd grab it and put it on and squish it. And I always remember that story, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'm glad I didn't see that. I just have the story from what they were telling me about it and how he supposedly got it off me. Yeah.
I just ordered Deepwood's ticks. Yeah, I just ordered. It'll be here tomorrow.
Okay. Three cases.
Yeah,
three cases.
Specifically 4 ticks. So I literally just ordered on Amazon there.
You know what's going to happen now, dude? The mosquitoes are going to have a field day with you. Sorry, it only works on ticks, not mosquitoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me see. How about using the Deus? Which size coil are you using? 9-inch or 11-inch? Depends on where you go.
I have the HF elliptical, and then I have the HF round one, and those are usually the two I use.
Yeah.
I usually bring both because I've had them die on me. Even though I'll charge them all the way, sometimes once in a great while they'll just die. I don't know why. And so I always bring 2 coils just in case. If I'm going a long ways away. Anyways. Yeah, I've been pissed too many times and had to go all the way back home to get another coil.
Smarter than I am. Shoot, remember, where were we at, Tony? Where we were at this epic, epic place to hunt. Like, oh my gosh, like I have been waiting all my life for a place like this to hunt. It's gonna be amazing. And then it didn't charge. Like I had it on charger overnight. We were staying in Tony's camper, and there was a few of us there, and it must not have connected right. You know, that little connector.
Right.
And it didn't charge. And next thing I know, I was like, but good thing I had brought my Legend with me as a backup. So I was able to get to that. But I was out in the field and was nowhere near it. You know, I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Well, it's always good to bring a backup. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're at an epic place, you're going to be away from your car for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Not even close.
So, Stephanie, what's the oddest thing you've ever found metal detecting? Like, just you can think back and go, wow, that was a really odd thing to find. Haven't seen too many of those.
Human remains.
Ooh.
Does that count?
Yeah, that's pretty odd.
By accident or a surface find or what?
Well, no, I purposely go out looking for human remains.
No, well, what I mean was like you found a ring and it just happened to have a finger bone in it. Or what?
No, it was a construction site, and you know I dig for fossils, so I know a lot of bones. I've found a lot of dinosaurs, and these bones did not look like any animal I'd ever seen. It was just pieces of bone. It wasn't a whole body or anything like that, and they're old. And I'm guessing they're probably like 200-300 years old. They're very old. And so I called the cops, had them come out. That was a circus. They had no idea what they were doing. They didn't even take all the bones with them. They took some of them. And then every time I called to get an update, they don't have any update. They were definitely human bones. I think they're probably probably enslaved laborers. And because they would bury them just like in the backyard or whatever. And so these construction sites, you know, sometimes they know where they are, the grave sites are, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, undocumented.
And I'm thinking that's what happened. But yeah, the cops really didn't take care of that very well. It's kind of weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Let them have a piece of your mind. Yeah, like, look, jerks. Yeah, you should be taking this a little more seriously or a little more respect or something. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Tony found some bone remains.
Yeah, it's with beaver though.
Beaver remains caught in a trap.
Caught in a trap. Yeah.
He found a beaver trap, still had the leg bone in it.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's weird.
It was weird.
Rung up like iron.
So the beaver died right there in the trap.
Yeah.
And probably
they trapped
got taken away, by
they trapped it and never came back to check on it. And so
poor beaver.
I know. I'm sure he was dead right away.
Hopefully. Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Steele in the chat said he found a human skull out in the desert in New Mexico.
Oh my goodness, really, Jim?
Wow.
Wow.
That would be scary.
Wouldn't it? You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Doing here?
Isn't that weird? You find a leg or an arm or a rib or something like that, and based on the size or you're like, oh, it's human. But if you found a skull, that would freak you out.
Oh yeah.
Right.
There's no denying that.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Affects you differently too, because it makes it more recognizable.
Personal.
Human personally, you'd be like, oh my gosh, like who was this?
That's crazy.
What about favorite finds? We'll talk about some finds. We'll talk about favorite finds and white whales and all that stuff. And metal detecting. I know you got artifact favorite finds too.
You've got some good stuff.
What about metal detecting? What do you think? The Miravides probably, or
probably the slave tags. I don't. They're probably my favorite thing to save because I feel like I'm preserving a part of history that needs to be preserved. And I don't know. I think I have an emotional attachment to that because, like, Harriet Tubman's my hero, so that's my favorite thing to find. Honestly, obviously coins, cobs, Miravides, all that. Yeah, those are my first two.
1837. Look at that one on the bottom. That's
yeah. One of those was the ones that was rolled up the porter.
Okay. Is that the oldest one that you found? At least with a date on it, 1837. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't have any.
Mad. My boyfriend actually found that site. He brought me there, and I found the only two tags there. That's when we first started detecting too. I was like, to tell you.
Well, there you go.
About 12 hoes too, slave hoes. There were slave hoes everywhere there.
Wow.
See, you did that to him, and then he got you back with the mammoth teeth right next to you.
Oh yeah, the fossil stuff. He's so good at fossil hunting. It's ridiculous. He just trips over megalodon teeth. Literally, I've taken him metal detecting in the middle of a swamp, and he's found like a 5-inch megalodon tooth laying there in the middle of the swamp. Like, what? How does this happen? But yeah, it does. He's a magnet. He's a magnet for sure.
You found megs before. What's the biggest meg you've found?
Oh yeah, a little over 6.
6. Wow.
Yeah.
In good shape and stuff.
One that's over 6. I've got a few 5-inch, 100, maybe 1,000. I've got a ton of teeth. A ton.
Yeah.
So amazing how you find that.
Maybe like a year ago, I had a site that was probably the best site I've ever found, and the colors of the teeth are like rainbows. I haven't posted any videos of those yet. I'm so behind on my videos. Yeah, that's my 6-inch meg.
Oh my gosh, look at that thing.
That's incredible.
The beast.
Like, what were you thinking when you found that? Like, because you were
I seen the tip. It was upside down. Just the tip was sticking out because I was digging, and I filmed the whole thing. I was digging with a shovel and filming with one hand, and I could not believe all the thousands of times I've filmed teeth that one was actually whole. Usually when they're that big, they're never whole. And I was pretty stoked. Yeah. I was pretty stoked.
Age on that?
Old.
I think it's like 2 to 12 million years old, something like that.
Look at that. Just sitting there waiting for you to come along.
Yeah.
and
I
find it.
wasn't sitting there. I was digging a hole that was probably about chest deep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It was
That I
just sitting
dug.
there inside all that muck. It's just waiting for you to come along
Yeah.
and say, "Here I
There's a
am."
lot of
My
digging.
gosh. Now, when you find something like that, like most other things, do you just tear it up in that area? Or like, oh, if there's one, there might be more, or
Oh yeah. I kept trying to dig in that area, and then the next day I got there, and there was a guy and his girlfriend. No, look at, we found where you were digging. They're like, look at this tooth I just found, and I'm like, oh. That's the
What-
problem when people start recognizing you. They're like, and they're always like, are you finding anything? I'm never gonna tell someone if I'm finding something. I'm just not. I'm not.
yeah,
So of course I'm gonna say no.
yeah,
And if they're smart, they won't believe me, which these two were. And they got in that hole, and they ended up finding some really good stuff. But that tooth there was the biggest tooth found in that entire site.
wow,
So
That's insane.
yeah, that's amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's our standard response. You guys find anything? A lot of trash, a lot of junk.
Yeah. A lot of junk,
Take
which
a
is
look.
true. Like most of the time, you
sure,
do find a lot of junk.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, where are you going out next without giving us GPS locations?
Oh, I wouldn't give.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
Tomorrow.
Off
'cause you
the
go
air,
every
maybe?
single
Come on.
day.
Oh, let's see. I'll probably go metal detecting tomorrow. Well, it depends on the weather. I haven't looked at the weather. If it's going to be 100 again, oh gosh, I don't know. If it's raining, I'll go look for arrowheads. If it's hot, I'll probably go detect for an hour or so if I can handle an hour. Just depends on the weather, honestly. That's kind
You
of
ever
what I go on.
detect in the rivers and stuff?
You know, I haven't done that. I need
Mm.
to do that. I just never have.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
we
just
have
thinking
rivers all
with the
around
heat,
us.
right? With the heat, it'd
Yeah.
be nice and
But
cool.
some of the rivers are too deep
Fast.
to do that. But
Yeah.
I need to do that because you can find some good stuff in that water.
Yeah, I know our friend Matt Howe over at Gone Digging. He's always digging out in those blackwater rivers of Virginia, and it's just amazing how much stuff he finds and how he can find it in like 30, 40
crazy.
feet of black water where you're just down there and he's just feeling around and putting stuff into a sifting basket and bringing it up. Just crazy how you can find stuff.
If I can't see, though, I'm not doing it. Like, I know people that dive and they just like feel for stuff. Nah, I'm not doing that.
That's
if I
not
can't
you.
see, all I got to do is be able to see a little bit. If I could see a little bit, I'm fine. I'll use my headlamp. But there's people that just feel around for stuff. No, I'm not doing that. There's alligators, there's snakes. No, I got to see a little bit. That stuff scares me.
Oh, they gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any discipline, metal detecting, fossil hunting, Native American artifact, rock hounding, anything.
Yeah.
What if people around you found a lot of that you just haven't found yet? That you just are kicking yourself because you should have found it by now because everyone around you finds it.
Oh, like a mammoth tooth. I found 3/4 of mammoth teeth or pieces of mammoth teeth. I just never found a whole mammoth tooth.
But all the people you hunt with have found them, and you've.
No, I don't hunt with a ton of people. I hunt with my boyfriend, or I usually hunt alone. I've hunted with girls in the past, and they've went back to the sites I've brought them to, and several times I gave them several chances. So I don't really hunt with a lot of people. It's not because I'm mean or anything.
No,
I just don't.
It's hard to trust, right?
Yeah, it's hard to trust people. Now there's girls I would definitely take out, from different states and stuff like that. It ain't like that. But on a daily basis, I usually either go alone or if my boyfriend only goes to sites if they're good. Now metal detecting, and it's got to be good because he has no patience. So he'll go once in a while. If I tell him about a good site, he'll go.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, I'm fine going alone because, like, I work with dogs all day and it's chaotic, and I kind of enjoy see that middle tooth? That's a Gomphotherium tooth. My boyfriend found that.
What is that?
Yeah. That's a Gomphotherium. It's a different kind of, it's kind of like a mastodon, but same type of animal. Yeah. I found the megs on the outside of it, and he found that gomp tooth in the middle.
That's amazing. That's an amazing picture right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a site that I found called the Sloth Party. We named it the Sloth Party because we found so many sloth teeth there. Fossil,
Oh, is that right?
obviously.
Like giant
Yeah.
sloth stuff?
Yeah, giant sloth.
Wow.
Yeah.
So grooming dogs is hectic and chaotic?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they're not all good. Sometimes they're stinkers. Most of the time they're good, though. You know, I've been doing it for 27 years now, so I don't really take any more stinkers. I'm kind of picky now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of set in what dogs I take now. So most of my dogs are good, but you know, I mean, it's just kind of it's nice to just have a little solitude at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
I enjoy that.
Mine doesn't like anybody touching his face. He just doesn't like it. I'm trying to learn how to home groom him at home, and it's so different. Like last night, he went to the vet yesterday, and I go, "Hey, why you got him here?" Because I can't stand clipping nails either. It's like it just freaks me out, and I think it freaks him out. So I took him we had to take him to the vet for some other reason. I go, "Can you cut his nails while you have him in the back there?" And she goes, "Sure." And she was gone like 2 minutes max. And I go, "Wait a minute, how'd you do that?" And she goes, "Most dogs, it's just because they're here. They're in this strange environment. They just kind of let people do what they're going to do." And she goes, "I've got to bring my dog here to this office to be able to cut his nails because at home he spins in a circle."
Yeah. And dogs are always worse for their owners, no matter what. They always are.
Yeah. So fun. Well, what do you what's on your metal detecting bucket list? Like, what do you hope to find?
Gold coin.
Yeah.
The very, very top is a gold escudo.
No.
I would love to find that. A copper kettle point, anything copper culture like that. A big meteorite. But basically, like I said, a gold coin and a kettle point. Those are the really two that I really want to find. And I know the gold coin, you could find one anywhere. It's just a 1 in a million chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well, I'll tell you, I don't know if you know it or not, but being a guest here on RELICS Radio is kind of like a lucky rabbit's foot. Like when we interview people and they say this stuff, they usually go right out and find one, not too much longer.
Tomorrow's going to be good for you.
It's going to be a really good day.
I would love that. I would definitely take a video and give a shout out to you. If I find a gold coin tomorrow, I may even call you.
Yeah, give us a call, man. I'd love to see that. No, we were just talking with a friend about, we were talking about a friend actually that came on our podcast, and I was like, he's the guy that just moved to North Carolina. And I go, you know, what were you saying to him? We were like, you know, it's just a matter of time because he moved from Colorado there. So everything he finds is a bucket list. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, oh, this, oh, that, you know, I guess it's just a matter of time before he finds a plate, you know, belt buckle, this, that, you know, artillery button, like all kinds of stuff we're not really finding here. Sure enough, the next day he's like, found a belt plate, belt buckle.
Wow. That's crazy.
Literally the next day.
Yeah.
It just was.
So then being cocky, we're like, we're the new rabbit's foot of the metal detecting industry. Shoot. Well, I hope you do. I hope you knock all those things off your bucket list. It's going to be exciting to watch you on your YouTube channel. For those of you that aren't subscribed yet to Stephanie, you got to go over there and head out to her YouTube channel, which Tony's just putting the link into the channel, into the chat right now. We'll also have it down below in the description of the video, and also in the audio portion of our podcast. It'll be down in the description. Go over and check out, see what she's doing. If you like it, become a subscriber. That way you stay up to date on all the new releases she puts out. And wait, you know, go watch and see if she finds that gold coin. She gives RELICS Radio a shout out. That'd be awesome. It'll happen. You hunt so much, and you know, it's just got to be the right spot. You know what I mean? It's got to be a place where that could possibly have happened. But then again, when it happens, most people aren't expecting it either. So
that's true. Yeah, I definitely would not expect it in any of the sites that I hunt. Because they're not usually rich people that live at these sites, but you never know.
Yeah, that's the problem we have here in Colorado is a lot of the sites we hunt are like pioneers pushing west, and they didn't
Right.
have a lot of money. So if they dropped a
And
coin, they found it. They
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
everything until they found it. And we're just not finding a lot of coins in the places where we hunt. Now, Tony and I have both been lucky enough to find gold coins, but we were hunting sort of military sites at the time.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, but most
And
of
they're
the,
like a mid-tone, aren't they? Gold
yes.
coins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they
Just
can
like
be.
a button or a bullet.
Yeah, on the D2, it was like
Pretty low.
68 actually. So
Oh,
sort of
is it? Okay.
mid-tone. Yeah. 68, higher mid-tone, but that's where it was ringing up there.
Wow.
In every program, it was hitting right around 68. That was a little $1 one. So again, it depends on size too, right? But so my little $1 coin, which is like the smallest.
Well, mine will be a gold escudo, so I'm sure it'll be about the same.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait.
That's the good. That's the right attitude.
I'd have a heart attack.
Yeah. Shoot, I would too. That's crazy. Well, look, Stephanie, we've kept you long enough. You've been a great guest. We appreciate you taking the time to step in here and chat with us about your detecting and searching life, your adventures out there. Sounds amazing. Sounds great.
Thank you for having me.
Can't wait to see you. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to come on, and finding that meteorite was just the most amazing thing because of the backstory behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can talk to others that have found meteorites, but sort of you're like, drive, I want to go find one. I saw this article, went out there, even got a ticket on the way back. Like the whole thing was just cool, but you got that little space
That's
rock.
my life. It's crazy, man.
All right. Well, hey, check it out. Hang out down the green room if you would, real quick. We'll say our goodbyes off the air if you're okay with that. You okay to hang out a little bit? All right. Last words from you. Go ahead, and then we'll put you down there.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep, you are welcome. Thanks for coming on with us. All right, we'll get to you in just a second.
Okay.
It's another person I think we could talk to for hours and hours because she's always there.
To like cut it off. I mean, there's other podcasts that go on for 3 hours, but we hold so true to our like cutoff point out of respect for the guests. And
we do.
It's like, oh yeah, but I still have all these other questions I want to talk about. I want to.
Yeah.
Great guest. Stephanie's awesome.
We'll have her back on when she finds that gold escudo for sure.
Yes, of course. Oh my gosh.
Or her mastodon tooth.
That's right.
You know what's going to happen, man? We're going to be sitting there watching one day. We're like, oh, we were just talking about that.
I know it's going to happen, right? Tomorrow.
I hope so. I sure hope so.
Tomorrow, I'm calling the shot right now.
I'm going to be watching the tube. I'm going to be watching Facebook and waiting for the text to come in from Stephanie. Guess what,
That's
guys?
right. That's
Your
right.
mojo worked.
That's right.
Oh man. So what do you got going on, dude? What's coming up? What do you got going on this week?
Quiet weekend, and then I think the weekend after we'll probably get together with some people and do some hunting. But like I said, this upcoming Saturday here, a couple of days, brand new video coming out, 5280 Adventures on YouTube. Going to be us returning back to the Expedition Unknown site, and I'm not going to lie, I had a good time editing that video. It's going to be a really good video. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. We found some real fun stuff, some old stuff too. So real excited about that. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, follow me over there, 5280 Adventures. Look me up, send me a message. I'd love to hear from you guys. And that's about it, man.
You know, it's fun about that. Another thing happened that Saturday. Not only did we have lunch, which we don't normally do, an actual sit down lunch, but a couple hours later we had pie.
Yeah. I was like, do you guys want dessert now or in a couple hours? Yeah, let's just go for a couple hours.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm listening to a Target, Jan's going, we got pie.
Who wants pie? Come on in.
Oh my gosh. I was stuffed.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was.
Overall.
Can't wait to see
video,
bud.
Yeah, video came out great, so I think you'll enjoy it too.
Yeah. All right, bud. So hey everyone, thanks for joining us Wednesday night. Jim Steele, I agree with you, man. Forget Tony. I'm going to come out to Iowa and you can show me where some gold coins are. That'd be awesome. I was just talking about David Rose actually just got back from Ragbra, and pretty interesting little ride there. He was riding in that Ragbri across Iowa, right? That's across Iowa. So always interested in that. Would like to come out and participate in that sometime. That sort of rolling circus that goes across Iowa sometime. And if I do, you can show me where some gold coins are. So everyone, have yourself a great weekend coming up. Be safe out there. Don't get no ticks. And if you go find something, find it. Tell me about it. Send me pictures of it. It's going to be great. So good luck to everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for listening to RELICS Radio. We will see you back here next week for another exciting guest. Until then, get out and dig it all.